In question 3, we're asked to find the equations for each of these lines in vector and parametric forms. So the whole idea here is to figure out a point, which is kind of obvious in this one, and a direction. The only trick with the direction is there's your x and there's your y. So my vector form, my point is 0, -6 plus t. X comes first, so 8 and 7. Okay. X equals 0 plus 8t, though you'll often see just 8t, and y equals -6 plus 7t. Okay, that's part A. We do the same thing for part B. It's basically the same idea. So R, my point is 0, 5 this time. I know it's 0, 5 because my y-intercept, that's what that is always 0 and something, right? Plus t. In my direction, my x is 2, my y is 3. So parametric form, x equals 2t and y equals 5 plus 3t. And if we look at letter C is a tricky one because it's a horizontal line. So if we stop and think for a second with horizontal lines, we know they actually have a slope of 0. So we don't see it, but it's actually 0x minus 1, or if you really wanted to, 0 over 1. It might make more sense to write it that way just for a second, at least in your brain, to think about, well, if I want to write my vector form, sure, my point is 0, -1, but what direction is it going? Well, horizontal lines only go to the left and right. So from my equation, I can see my x is 1 and my y is 0, and also just thinking about it, okay, it goes like this. I can pick any vector that goes in that direction, and a good example that would be 1, 0. Or any other scalar multiple if you want to do 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, and so on. Parametrically, x would just be equal to t, and y would just be equal to -1. Okay, if we try the last one, letter D is the other version of this, the vertical line. And vertical lines are weird, again, because they just go straight up and down. Their slopes are undefined. If you want to find their slope, you have to go up, but not over at all. So if I was graphing this line, I could say my graph has to go through the point 4. And if I think about that, it's really the 4 and 0. So vector form, I've got the point 4, 0, x is 4. And my direction is I just want to go up and down. I don't want to move left or right, so no x direction, just up or down. Again, I can use the scalar multiple for the x value there. Okay, so 0, 2, 0, 3, and so on. In this case, my parametric x equals 4 and y equals t.